They should know what they're supposed to do. And these are the famous last words of every dead organization. I'm telling you this because empowerment doesn't mean that I just throw you away and I give you something and set you on a little boat and you kind of drift out and then come back 5 months later with a project completed, right? But that's what we think empowerment is, because I'm coming to something real soon here. Exactly. Accountability is a process, not a moment. But this is the one I thought I was going to have. Accountability versus what? I almost want to have the sounds of a boxing ring, ding, 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 and you got it in the background. So we've got accountability in the red trunks and micromanagement in the black trunks. And the question I've got to ask for you is, what's the difference? Attitude, I love it. I feel like whipping my hair back. Attitude. Accountability versus micromanagement. This is a word you're going to hear all the time. I'm being micromanaged. How many people have never heard this word before? How many people have heard the word micromanage before? I've micromanaged. He's a micromanager, right? Okay, don't be shy. You can put your hands up. See, the funny thing is micromanagement is a thing, but don't confuse it with accountability. Because if accountability is a process, that means that we're going to have talks. So let's talk about accountability. This is what accountability looks like. I trust you to do your job, right? I trust you. I share the what and the when, and you choose the how. Okay, let me unpack that. You guys, do you get it, or do I need to unpack it? I'm going to unpack it anyway. That's why I'm here. So the what, we need to get the website done, right? Or it's an app, right? That's what we're going to do. When is it due? It's due on, the 30th of this month, right? And even the why, which is even more important, which I didn't put in here, but you put the why in there too. Why? Because this client is trying to really take over and dominate their industry, their segment of the market. That's what they're going to do. This is why we're doing this. So I give you, Michael, right? Michael, I give you the what, the when, and the why, and say, okay, Michael, how can we best do this? How can we meet this client's needs? Right? And then, okay, great. So why don't we do this? You start on that and we'll talk again in a week and a half. And then we put it on the calendar to have a 30-minute catch-up meeting. And it may be every week we talk for 30 minutes, right? Some people would argue this is micromanagement. This is not micromanagement. This is leadership. This is how you get things done. And you don't end up where Alden and Sam are with this whole project that's been going for 6 months. It's been in the hopper for 6 months. And we show up at the day of and it doesn't work. So you share the what, the when, the why, and let them choose the how. So this is where you empower people. You empower people with the how. You don't empower them with the what and the when. That's a train wreck. You empower them with the how. And here, this is what this looks like. Trust, but what? Verify. If it were your business and it were your money on the line, your reputation on the line, I guarantee you would not trust people to the point that you didn't verify. Right? So that's what accountability looks like. So what does micromanagement look like? I don't trust you to do your job. I think you're incompetent. I don't know why you're still here, but since I've got to work with you, this is micromanagement. Since you're here, I've got to work with you like this. I tell you what, when, why, and I tell you how. And I want it to be done exactly the way I say it needs to be done. I need it to be 3-point. It needs to be Times New Roman 12-point, right? And I need it, I need margins of 3/4 of an inch. Now this is micromanaging. This is the difference. Now I'm hovering and correcting. At all. Because if I'm constantly over your shoulder, Wendy, right? If I'm constantly over Wendy's shoulder, whose job's not getting done? Both of ours. Because guess what? As soon as I leave, she's going to look over at Pratik and say, what the heck? Am I an idiot? And now she's going to lose another hour. And Pratik's like, I just want to be out of this. I'm not in this. You keep that over there, right? So now this whole office climate is going to change because I'm micromanaging Wendy. When if I'm holding Wendy accountable, I may stop by and ask for a quick update because a client just called me, right? Hey, where are we? Are we on track? Because if I'm checking with you every week, we're not getting off track. We are going to hit this target. And if we're not going to hit the target, what do I now know? that we're not going to. Yeah. I can set expectations. Well, we had this problem. We ran into this technical snafu we did not expect. It's throwing us. We've been working around the clock. We're not even billing you for this because we didn't expect it. Now you're able to have conversations with the client to set new expectations. So you look like a champion, even though you're coming in late, instead of looking like a dud, what we had here, where you had all this time, because the client's saying, what the heck? You had all this time. Why didn't you tell me? Why are you wasting my time? Now you're able to come in, you're able to step in and say, okay, we know it's not going right. Something's wrong. Critique. Team leaders can say, I need more resources on this problem. Now you can find other people that may not be working at 100% capacity and say, hey, I need you on this one. Can I borrow this person for a day? Because we just got to get caught up. You have more data. You can see that now things are going wrong and you can adjust them before they go off the rails. That's what accountability gives you. Micromanagement doesn't give you that. And poorly done empowerment brings you back to micromanagement because you give people too much authority. You're not checking on them. They fail. Now you revert to this quickly because you think that they're incompetent.